Okay, this is Don Wyrtzen. I'm going to do a little tutorial, and I'm going to call them Wyrtzen tutorials. And this one is going to be on voicing, how you voice chords on a keyboard instrument to be really effective and elegant and beautiful. So let's take a simple C chord. So if you know your basic theory, you know that you have a C chord, which is 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1 again. And if you have triads, that's a 3-part chord. You have a C major chord, and then D minor, and then E minor, and then F major, G major, A minor, and then B diminished, and then you're back to 1 again. Okay, now how do you voice this chord on a keyboard instrument? So when you're below middle C, you're going to add notes. So you're going to put the C way down here, and then the G here. So instead of this, you're going to have a beautifully spaced out, beautifully voiced triad, which I've done in 4 parts here. And the main thing to remember is when you're below middle C, you've got to space out everything. Like here's C, and then a 5th, and then it's a 10th above C, and then the C again. Big spaces. Now when you get above middle C, you can let the notes be much closer together. You can't do this chord down here, because see, it growls at you. It's too dissonant. I mean, sometimes you want that, but not usually. So remember, when you're above middle C, you can be close, more notes from just this. That means adding notes, more C's, more E's, and more G's. But when you're below middle C, you have to take notes out. Okay, and you can do it on other chords besides just a simple C chord. Like you can have a C7, you can have a C9, that's adding a 3rd, and then a 13th. So without getting into detail on that, and I hope I haven't lost you with that, the C9 down low is still spaced out. Big spaces between the notes. But when you get above middle C, you can get much closer. Those are all 9th chords, but you can't be really thick down low because it'll sound muddy. So just to kind of give you a beautiful illustration of this, let's do the great composer Beethoven in his Pathetique sonata in the 2nd movement has everything below middle C, and it's so beautiful because he uses very few notes and he spaces them out. So listen to this, how beautiful it is. Very few notes. It's only 3 notes there. And then, isn't that lovely? So remember, when you're above middle C, you can add notes, and when you're below middle C, you delete notes, and your playing will be elegant and beautiful, and it can never be beautiful enough for our great Savior.